What the hell is even that? Look at this. Is this they did make Lo-Fi Girl trans. Synthwave radio beats to chill / game too. Wow. All right. I guess we're a Synthwave channel now. Hopefully these are still free to stream, right? Just a little pick me up for your morning. Yeah. Lo-Fi Girl franchise. This is Lo-Fi. Is this? I thought this was the trans flag on the headphones for a second, but it's very gender neutral. These this design. Lo-Fi non-binary, yeah, it definitely feels that way. Look, this Rubik's Cube is potentially trans flag colors. That seems like too big of a coincidence to ignore. Like almost everything in this is like trans colors, trans flag colors. Is it not? Yeah, I love it too. I'm just really hoping Lo-Fi Girl Synthwave. I'm just hoping that these are all like a royalty free as well. All right, breaking news, everyone. We got a new Lo-Fi Girl channel, and it's very trans-coded. Relaxing music. Stream Lo-Fi Girl. Just introduced a new friend, Synthwave Boy. Oh, okay, so wait, it is a boy. And of course, his cute pup. Over the past few days, fans of YouTube channel Lo-Fi Girl have been frantic over a mystery taking place on the popular relaxing music stream. This morning, I assume this was yesterday, the mystery was solved. Lo-Fi Girl has introduced us to a new friend and a new stream, which fans are dubbing Synthwave Boy. Is it a boy though? Is this just what the fans want it to be, a boy? Because it could just be a non-binary person, and by the looks of it, it's like open to interpretation. The mystery began late last week when the official Lo-Fi Girl Twitter account began teasing something outside Lo-Fi Girl's window. At first, this was easily dismissible as just another whimsical tweet, as the stream itself, which usually plays lo-fi hip-hop radio non-stop over a repetitive animation of a young woman writing in a notebook, continued as normal. Then a few days later, we did see this yesterday. We were like, what the hell is going on? And why has Lo-Fi Girl like disappeared from her window? Yada yada yada, window blue light. The mystery was left hanging for a few more days until yesterday. Lo-Fi Girl and her cat vanished entirely. Yes, that's what we saw. Sending fans of the channel into a frenzy. Yes, we were in a frenzy for sure. Meanwhile, a second stream cropped up on the same channel of a different room, presumably the blue lit room, where a calendar hung with April 11th circled and a countdown clock slowly ticked down, leading up to this morning. Is this that frame? 10 a.m. Pacific time today. I guess that's why we missed it, because we were looking on Eastern time. We heard the sound of a door opening in the blue room, and a purple-clad boy we'd never seen before enter the room with an adorable puppy. Of course, that puppy is hella cute. This is the lo-fi animated universe. Synthwave, occasionally taking cozy sips. Today marks a very exciting day for the channel, introducing a brand new character in the lo-fi universe to bring you genre of synthwave beats to chill to. So they want it. I feel like people are trying to gender this this character, but it seems like there's not really a gender associated with this person. Isn't this sweater also reminiscent of one of the pride flags? Like, isn't this like the ace flag or something? I don't know. I can't keep track of all these flags. Yeah, I guess it low-key is giving me the vibes of this gender fluid pride or bisexual pride. Let me see. Gender fluid flag. I feel like everyone listens to Lo-Fi Girl, so hopefully this actually triggers people. Doesn't the vibe of this whole channel kind of like feel like this though? Oops, where did it go? Stop that. Like, it's hard to did they not kind of like think of this like color scheme? Do you know Morse code? No, I don't know Morse code. But yeah, doesn't it seem like it's kind of like taken from this palette? Like, look at that purple. That's almost exactly the same. And then this dark blue too is, or this the black color is kind of there as well. This shaded version of the purple, not that close, but this hat maybe? I feel like because it seems like a gender non-binary coding for this person, and it matches the gender fluid flag quite closely. I feel like there is, yeah, some subtle solidarity there for sure. This might all sound fairly mundane if you're not clued into Lo-Fi Girl, but for fans of the stream's relaxing vibes, this was probably the best possible outcome. Okay, one thing we didn't... I'm rooting for those two. Okay, bro, I don't think... they're like... I guess they could hook up, but, you know, that's like... It's kind of asking a lot. They're just like... How old? 16 years old, maybe. Okay, wait, let's take a closer look at this flag and the Rubik's Cube. Okay, we got this Rubik's Cube has the white, the violet, the dark blue. I guess the only thing that's missing is maybe this like pinkish hue. It could be in there though. It depends. Some of these two squares here look like they could be this pink, except they look kind of close to that white. Is there a movie coming out? There's an entire universe? I think eventually there might be. I honestly feel like the people who made that horrible Super Mario movie will be like, why don't we do a lo-fi family movie? Just for the bag, you know? That's all they care about. They don't care how many of our icons' childhood memories that they ruin. They will just make their movies at all costs. So, I don't know. This is kind of interesting. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. There's a little pink on this hat. Just to... yeah, that's right. Just to annoy me. Look at the pink on this hat. All right, sipping coffee, sipping coffee. Is it kind of like this color? Anyways, I swear this is coded to be non-binary supportive for sure. The fact that people wanted to be Synthwave boy so bad is I think that's cope. I think that's cope. I'm not gonna lie. That is the gayest lighting I have ever seen, and I don't mean that as an insult. True. That's what I'm saying. That cat looks like your Frankie. That's because it's not a cat at all. It's a dog. It's a doggy. I guess, you know, in the spirit of diversity, Lo-Fi Girl has a cat, and now Synthwave person. Do you think Okay, let's take a screenshot of this real quick. And let's make a tweet for partly for like the topic that we're doing here today. Does the new what's the hashtag associated with this? Synthwave. We gotta find the hashtag. Synthwave boy. I guess it really depends on whatever hashtag is trending. You're blind, no worries. It is a very cat-looking dog. Even the cat is gender fluid because it's some days it wakes up and it's a cat, some days it wakes up and it's a dog. And as we all know, cats are girls and dogs are boys. I thought we were just creeping on like a YouTuber who is busy doing something. What do you mean? Like, this is real life to you? This is how you see the world? Okay, wait. How do we search this? Synthwave boy? I don't like that it's... I guess that's what's trending. Although I don't think it's a boy. They haven't officially announced that it's a boy. So I don't know why everyone's assuming the gender, bruh. Come on. Oh, a VTuber? You're a dog and a cat person? What does that mean? Purple Mavis, you're bi? You're bisexual? Okay, here's the official announcement. And there's no mention of whether it's a boy. So I feel like maybe it's like a boy today, but since it's gender fluid. Okay, here's what we need. Does Synthwave boy have a birthing body? Sexuality and identity fluidity is the way of the future. I honestly think it is. I kind of believe in that. I'm not gonna lie. Oops, these are not the files I'm looking for. Synthwave boy, here we go. Does Synthwave boy have a birthing body? Okay, so what are we doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? We're tweeting this silliness right now. What about who told you the gender? What about what? What about who then? That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people are legit just assuming the gender of this character. They're just like, oh, they have short hair, so then it must be a boy. This is fire though. I really just hope that these is Synthwave DMCA free. We really hope so. Ursula de Le Guin wrote a book about gender fluidity called The Left Hand of Darkness. Ursula K. Le Guin. What a name. It sounds like a great title. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever created the avatar, they're the only ones that can concretely answer that question. I honestly think that there's enough hints are there that it's like gender fluid. Like, I feel like, you know, you have to just like vibe it out. Again, this flag of gender fluidity, I feel like this color is like coded throughout the entire thing, especially this main purple. Let's see what the trans flag, I guess trans flag. Yeah, it's not quite the same colors as the trans flag. It's definitely more leaning towards this color coded here. This is big news, everyone. All right. I don't disagree with that intuition much. Like, we would ask the person to whom the gender identity belongs to know for certain. Yeah, I know, but it's art, right? Like, art is like coded. We're never gonna be able to ask this animated character, so we kind of have to, like, you know, at least the safe bet is like gender fluid, if not like open to interpretation, right? We can ask the artist. Who? There is no artist. They're not gonna tell us. It would be bad marketing to tell us, in my humble opinion, because then people would stop speculating. It's better to have a conversation about it and like just like leave it open for speculation, you know? I would just say queer. That's true, but what if they're one of those gay people against queers? You know? That apparently that is a thing that exists. Like, gay, not queer. I was just reading some tweets making fun of these people. It's like the LGB without the T, without the plus. It's like, it's very strange. It's like people who want to be gay Republicans, basically. It's so funny though. It's horrifying that people could be that dumb. But it is funny. It is kind of funny in a way. It's hard to deny. They're like, if we just to appeal to their better senses of the Republican fascists and get them to accept gay people for who they are. If we simply throw trans people under the bus, surely we'll be safe. Yeah, in a black humor, like morbid. Yeah, exactly. Those are conservatives. Yes, they are. Indeed. It is actually insane. Like, if only we throw certain people under the bus for the fascists to murder, surely the rest of us will be safe. Like, yep. Just take a look at history. That's how it's always worked. Hey, what's up, Augustus? Good morning, everyone. They obviously don't see all of us as degenerate and social rot. I know. That the crazy thing is, like, as we even just covered last week, like, they started throwing like cisgendered white women with blonde hair and like proud owners of birthing bodies and like uterus havers as like they're trying to label cis women as like trans in order to start persecuting them. It's like, how do you think this ends for like literally anyone, you know? Like, they will find something wrong with each and every one of us if it's up to them. Like the slugs voting for the salt shaker? True. That's a really great metaphor. Voting for a system that wants to unalive you is so sad. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that, like, even just not understanding class solidarity, right? And voting for conservatives. Like, how many conservatives do you know? Even if we take all of this sensationalized stuff out of it, you know, there's like so much lack of working class solidarity and somehow the conservatives have all of these working class folks like hoodwinked. It's actually insane. According to the polling data, it doesn't even end well for them. Yes, that is what is actually the craziest part, is that this strategy of trying to spark this trans panic isn't even working out for Republicans. Yeah, exactly. They're tired of hearing about wokeness. Like, it's not an issue. You know what actual conservatives care about? Just like economy stuff, you know, like really boring stuff. That's all anyone tends to care about at the end of the day, because yeah, wokeness doesn't affect your life. It's literally just made up. I can't take credit. I saw it in a cartoon about Trump supporters. Well, I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna take credit, okay? I'll be like, I invented this perfect metaphor. Grinding up the poor into biofuel for the billionaire class and then building a effing off wall. That's, yeah, exactly. That's basically what they want. Their goal is to divide us. And the thing is, like, if you go down this path, even if you start out as somebody who like has really bad takes about trans people, right? And you don't understand how that's a human rights issue. Eventually, this moral panic reaches you in your family, you know, because there's one of your loved ones who's like a woman is not able to access essential healthcare that is going to save their life. Right? And then you can kind of piece together how this trans panic is part of this panic against abortions, and it's all related to this like Christo-fascist ideals. And eventually you're just like, nah, forget this. You know? And so like that is the reason why I really think that they will never win. Because eventually this is going to be an issue that hits home for like everyone, you know, over time. It's just a matter of like how long is it going to take for us to kind of like get rid of this disgusting sentiment out of mainstream discourse, mainstream society. It's in the Discord under memes for you to steal. True. Sadly, they are up for debate. They always have been up for debate, and we're not vigilant. If we're not vigilant, they always will be. You mean like the fundamental human rights? Yeah, good morning, my Martin. Lively chat. I know, is it because I started an hour late? Is that why? Is this when we need to start stream? Right, I know. It's very strange, right? And it honestly, as an aspiring debate bro, it doesn't make for a very interesting debate. It's like, should humans have human rights? Yes. And it's like, that is like, it's kind of like a non-starter in terms of like having a friendly discussion, which is why it's kind of just really boring. Okay, this is a good meme. Good meme right here. Slugs for salt. We do see a lot of this. Sadly, there's two bases on which you can construct an argument: empathy and evolutionary biology. It's ultimate distraction tactic for the right. That's the thing though, which is like kind of shocking, right? Is like, it's not even working. Like, that is the fascinating part right now, right? Like, usually it's a distraction tactic, but I feel like they got so distracted that they forgot that it's a distraction tactic. Like, all of this trans panic, all of this moral panic is designed to make us forget about the real issues. right? It's designed to forget it, for us to forget about the military industrial complex or the prison industrial complex or the fact that, you know, billionaires are hoarding all the wealth. But then actually they got so distracted in their attempt to distract us that they actually just forgot about distracting us from all those things, and they said, you know what, actually this is about a moral panic. They said, they're like, actually no, this is a moral panic. And then like they created this beast, and because of like Donald Trump made this like very mainstream, you know, they forgot that actually this whole thing was a distraction, and actually that's why it's backfiring, because they've double, tripled, quadrupled down on this moral panic, and people are just like tired of hearing about what that Bud Light is woke, you know, and it's like that's not a real issue that affects people's lives. They always circle back to it being a lifestyle or choices. I mean, yeah, the thing is, to me, even if it is a choice, even if like being trans is a choice or being gay is a choice, then that's my fucking choice. So it's such a ridiculous argument, because it's like, yeah, aren't you the motherfuckers out there yelling freedom? Like, yeah, well, I'm choosing to like live my best fucking life, and fuck you. The reactionary politics are supposed to be a cover for right-wing economists, but they've been reactionary for so long now. They're reactionary for reactionary sake. Exactly. Yeah. They have forgotten, actually. They forgot that all of this was just a way for them to, you know, pull the wool over everyone's eyes. And now, like, they've pulled the wool over their own eyes, and they're doubling down on this moral panic. That's why it's so interesting, because people were tweeting about, you know, pre-pandemic. We just saw yesterday, there's the steam whistle Happy Pride Twitter post. Literally nobody cared. There was nothing under it that was like, I can't believe you're doing this. There was not even a single comment under that steam whistle post. I mean, they could have moderated it or like got rid of those posts, but still, it was like very low engagement posts regardless. But now, post-pandemic, there's so much fear-mongering about everything being woke, because so many of those far-right media outlets like got traction because they were fear-mongering about COVID and the response to COVID. They refuse to acknowledge it's not a choice, it's a person who is. Yeah. So many of them choose to say closeted. That is true. That is very true. Yeah, like there's the difference between liberals and conservatives is that like liberals will fly the pride flag and pretend that they care about human rights, whereas conservatives won't fly the pride flag publicly, but closeted, they will be like, you know, looking up the gayest porn you've ever seen, you know, like if you go through like a Republican search history, you will realize that they are very pro-trans. They're pro-trans dick in their mouth. You gotta take a chapter out of the creationist playbook and reframe the discussion. Don't say that it's a matter of contention, whether it's intrinsic or not. It's whether harm is done. Alexis Jones's search history. Exactly. Ram Ranch. Yes, exactly. The far right is the gayest. That's what people don't realize. The further right you go, the gayer you are. Just look. Like, if I bet you like there's somebody out there who like would look at this aesthetic of this lo-fi adjacent lo-fi adjacent stream, you know, this is synthwave, you know, and they would say like, you know what, this is too gay for me. This music is too gay. I can't, if I listen to this, I might go down the rabbit hole. you know? And, you know, it starts with a little bit of synthwave, a little bit of anime, and suddenly you're watching trans porn on the dark web. Doesn't everybody want to be airtight plugged by girl dick? I mean, to each their own, right? But of every Republican, yes. I love hanging out here and mostly just listening. I try to contribute to the conversation if I can, but right now I'm just over here wondering if that mug is magic. They keep drinking it but not refilling it. That's because it's filled with catboy cum. All right, it's infinitely regenerative. Okay, this combo's getting so weird. The one thing I respected about MP Bayard, I don't know who that is. The guy who created Ram Ranch said in an interview that he made it because other songs he made about two guys swimming together was banned from being played on the radio for being too gay. True. Right. You're right. It's a mix of catboy cum and conservative tears, which go hand in hand. So they literally go hand in hand. Because that's how you can lubricate the catboy dick, is with conservative tears. Okay. All right. End this conversation. Why not make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, commenting, subscribing, and ringing the bell? Thank you so much for watching. It's my homie, too, Taro. Peace.